Hey guys, welcome to Spill It Daily. Today we're diving into the absolute mess that is the Escape the Night drama. Tana Mongeau, Rosanna Pansino, and even Trisha Paytas are caught up in this chaos, and things just got even messier. So grab your popcorn because this is wild. Okay, so let's rewind a bit. This all started when Tana Mongeau made some pretty serious claims about her experience on Escape the Night, saying she felt uncomfortable on set and that the crew wasn't treating her fairly. She wasn't the only one. Several past cast members have hinted at similar issues.
Like whole nine.
Never that.
And there's a camera on me getting dragged by this man. And then they're like, okay, your next scene is that you're going to be chained to the ceiling. So now I'm fucking standing there getting chained to the ceiling at 11 a.m. downtown in a gown with a corset in a meat freezer with my phone on SOS and it's 40 degrees. And I'm like, you're lying. You're lying. What do you mean I'm being chained to the ceiling in a meat freezer in a gown right now at 9 a.m. downtown and this YouTuber just smoked their dead parent? What do you mean?
But here's where things took a turn. Rosanna Pansino, who was also on the show, decided to call Tana out. She said Tana wasn't being completely honest about what went down behind the scenes. And because this is YouTube, of course Trisha Paytas had to jump in. Trisha backed up Tana, saying that the show was a nightmare to work on.
Basically, Rosanna was calling out Tana for lying about her Escape the Night treatment. And it was a tough watch. It was a tough watch because
If you've been around for a while, you know Trisha has a history of calling out productions they've worked on. At this point, fans were completely divided. Some believed Rosanna, while others thought Tana and Trisha were finally exposing what really happened on set. After receiving backlash for her comments, Rosanna Pansino finally responded. She clarified that she wasn't trying to attack Tana personally, but just wanted to set the record straight about her own experience. She also mentioned that editing and production decisions might have played a role in the way cast members were treated, but some people still think she was just trying to save face after getting called.
I believe Tana when she said that a guy said something inappropriate to her on set, like he sexually harassed her on the set of Escape the Night. When she told me on set, I fully had her back and I said, I'm so sorry that happened to you and you should tell Joey. What he said to Tana was wrong, and him waiting until she was alone to say it is very telling that he knew that what he was doing was wrong. I'm proud of Tana for speaking up. She told me, she told Joey later that day on set. Like, no one deserves to be treated like that, especially on set. Everyone deserves to feel safe in a working environment. I fully support her for calling out his disgusting behavior. On my previous podcast, I said that I continue to choose to support her, even though she's mocked me. Unfortunately, I know firsthand how scary it can be to be sexually harassed on set. I've been in those positions, and I'm sorry that if my criticism about other things that Tana said overshadowed that fact. Like, I should have done a better job of being clear of keeping those two things apart. Like, me criticizing and fact checking the other things that she was saying on the podcast was in no way intended to claim that she was lying about being sexually harassed. The reason that I spoke out about this is because I felt Tana was associating many innocent people with the very harmful actions of one individual. Her claims that the entire crew were like old, creepy men is just harmful because the crew was a mix of men and women whose livelihoods depend on their reputation. And Tana is in a position of privilege. And to use that privilege to spread lies about hardworking people just to make her podcast more interesting comes off as very problematic to me. For example, what she said about the wardrobe team, she was saying that they made her wear this outfit. They put her in this slutty outfit.
Of course I'm dressed like a slut. I feel like this is always happening to me where someone has me dressed like a slut and it's fucking wintertime.
And that was just not what happened. They were really nice people. They provided multiple options. Joey gave us full free range to wear whatever we wanted. We could even bring outfits from home. And the wardrobe department provided her with 5 different outfit options, and she got to choose which one was her favorite. So by slandering and saying they forced her to wear this, well, they don't have a big platform to speak up for themselves. When this movie comes out and the credits roll, their names are public, and people are going to associate them with doing things that they didn't do. And that's not fair to them. That's Tana making up stories that could negatively impact their livelihood. Like, it's risking the potential of those people not getting hired in the future. And that is not okay. Some people listening didn't understand why I was so passionate about this. And it's because I know some of the crew personally, and they don't deserve to be lumped in like that. Words matter, and they have an effect on people, their reputations and their livelihoods. I really want to emphasize that both of these things can be true. I think that it's wrong what happened to Tana. What that actor said and did to Tana is not okay. And I also think Tana slandering the entire crew and making up lies about them is not okay. The point I was trying to make in the last podcast are both things are not okay. Trish even said that she's never seen me like this before, and that is because I'm really hurt. Tana talks so negatively about how I honored my dad that it triggered me. I still deeply feel the loss of my dad, and for her and Brooke and Paige to put it out there that it was illegal, insinuating that I'm a criminal and that I was a cannibal, completely devastated me. Like, I thought Tana and I were friends. We've known each other for so many years. We've worked on projects together. I messaged her. I have looked to her for advice. Like, I literally invited her to my nephew's birthday. Like, I have just never been through something like that. And I don't think that I have ever felt this upset. Like, for me, it crossed a line. That's my dad. When you're vulnerable and you open up and you share intimate details about your life with the public, like, you expect random people to be judgmental, but not your friends. It may not be something that they would do, but I wouldn't expect them to be mean or mock me. They were laughing at me and calling me a cannibal. A cannibal? I honestly don't understand why Tana didn't just talk to me like if I was annoying her instead of blasting it on the internet on multiple podcasts. She didn't just go on one podcast. She went on multiple podcasts and mocked me over and over and over again for views. She may not understand this, but people have been harassing me since I uploaded the first episode of my podcast. Just to give you guys an understanding of some of the judgmental comments that I have been receiving for months, I'm just gonna play a clip right here. It's of these three guys. They have a podcast where they usually just talk about sports, but they took a break from talking about sports to shit all over me and say some of the meanest, judgmental, and just, it's beyond cruel. Like, some of the things that they said is like, my dad deserved to die and shit like that. Like, it's just like straight up evil. They said my dad was a cult leader for doing this. They said he deserved to die. I understand that this is not a clip from Tana, but it's three friends, like her three friends sitting around, and they're saying something that's in the realm of these hateful people. It's even within the realm. Like, they're saying it's illegal. They're insinuating I'm a criminal for it. They're saying I'm a cannibal. Like, the judgmental tone of that video, it broke my fucking heart. And I think I just snapped and I just saw red. And I think Tana hit below the belt. Like, you do not mock your friend's dead dad. That is hurtful and that is mean. It's fucked up. I shouldn't have anything to do with the Escape the Night story. She threw me in there as she was talking about her negative experiences on set, and I was a part of the negative experiences. I actually agree with Trish. I just saw in her latest video that she posted that I don't want to make drama videos going back and forth and back and forth. Like, I reached out privately to Trish and apologized for anything that I said that upset her. I told her in my message that I thought she agreed with Tana about being illegal and a cannibal, and I thought they were sitting together and laughing and making fun of me on her podcast. After hearing Trish's response, I believe her. I believe that she wasn't judging me or making fun of me. I'm not upset with Trish. I am upset with Tana. I also told Trish that I was sorry to hear about what happened to her downtown LA because I didn't know that information. She shared her deeper feelings about it, and then I shared my deeper feelings with her. I expressed to her that I grew up in a very poor area with a very high crime rate. And this is something that's sensitive to me too, because I was constantly talked down to and treated very poorly for much of my life because of it. So to hear people like Tana talk down about the people who live downtown, as in the rickets of LA, it just brought back a lot of hurt. To hear someone in a privileged position dehumanize people from those communities, like where I grew up, it triggers me. Because it's not right. I've thought about it a lot, and I do understand that Tana or Trish may not want to go to a less than safe area. The thing that I'm not okay with is dehumanizing people who live there. Saying, I hate working on sets where the people, you know that they came from the rickets of LA, because that is not fair to people. There are so many good people that lived in my community and many other impoverished areas. That is not okay. Check your privilege. I'll end the podcast soon. This has gone on for a while, but I did watch Trisha's response to everything, and I could tell that she was really upset about the situation. And as I mentioned before, I wrote her a private apology because I really do care about her as a friend. My whole family genuinely loves her family, and I really hope that we can fix things. Also, watching the response, I love Moses. I really love Moses. I do disagree with some of what he said, like saying that Tana's stories are entertaining and not serious, just because when she's talking about something so serious like sexual harassment, and then all the other things around it are exaggeration and lies, I think it just gets really messy, like messy's the water. You're talking about sexual harassment on your friend's production set, and you're slandering the rest of the crew, which can get them fired. They can lose their jobs, their livelihoods. Like, that's how they feed their family. I think that there does need to be some separation between lies and exaggerating and embellishment and having a serious conversation about a serious topic and a serious issue. That was the point I was trying to make in my first video, and I definitely missed the mark. I'm just going to reiterate it again. When Tana told me what happened to her on set, I believed her. I even said that in my original video, that I'm choosing to believe her, even though she said terrible things about me. Even though she's out there mocking my dead dad, I am still choosing to believe her. I am very much compartmentalizing these things, and I'm doing my best to do so. Quote Tana, 2 things can be true. I believe something terrible happened to Tana. I also know that she slandered an entire crew who were innocent. I do agree with a lot of people saying that we should work on our relationship in private. I have a really large Italian family, and we get into fights and disagreements sometimes, which is challenging, but I am not one to throw away a relationship over a disagreement or a miscommunication. Like Trish said, we are closer friends off camera than we are on camera. We hang out more privately because our friendship is not focused on business or views. That's not what I care about. I hope that she knows that if she needed anything, even right now, I would be there in a heartbeat. And it hurts me to see Trish upset. I hate that. Like, in her response when she started talking about Colleen, she knows that I did not know about Colleen's behavior in any way or participate. The shit she was doing pissed me off. Colleen hid that from me because I am the friend who would say something and say that that's fucked up. Colleen lied to me by keeping her true character very private. This whole thing sucks, and I really want Trish to know that I had no idea about her history with downtown LA. I just reacted to what I saw, how they were talking about downtown LA. I just call it like I see it. I had no idea about her bad experiences and what she went through. If I would have known that, then I wouldn't have thought that was a snotty comment. And that's the only mean thing I said about Trish. I thought the comment was snotty, and now I know that that's not really her experience and her situation. I totally understand. I want people to know that I am proud of Trish and for her growth, and that she's also never seen my angry side, because 90% of the time I am a very happy person, but I'm also human. You know, I experience other emotions, sadness, frustration, anger. And I think that that's the first time that she's ever seen me angry, and I think it kind of knocked her off guard. Like, I've seen her angry in many videos, many of times, and I understand it. Those are human moments. Those are human emotions and reactions. It happens. I just really hope that she can understand that I genuinely care about her, and I really want to work it out and fix things. And I agree with her. I don't want to go back and forth making these videos. I just think that this is stupid. And I also want to clarify that if anyone is talking about me on their channel, I have a right to speak up and express my feelings. Trish, I really want to get together and have a heart-to-heart and communicate our boundaries so that this never happens in the future, never happens again. We do have a genuine friendship, and I think it's worth it.
So now that we have all the pieces, I want to know, who do you believe? Was Tana Mongeau telling the truth about Escape the Night? Or is Rosanna Pansino right for calling her out? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more YouTube drama updates.